Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jared Goff, the playoffs rolling. Fired up for this. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder, the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there for all sorts of nuanced detail about not only the quarterback position, but high-level offense and defensive football. I certainly appreciate your support. The link is in the video description. As for this video, let's get into it. Jared Goff, the feel-good story of the NFL this year. Detroit. Right out the gate here, rough series to start. We're going to go with Inverted Hank. Hank? I mean, it's how many versions of this do we have to see to not see it anymore? I don't know. Not the way I want to start the video, but it's the first play of the game. This is the first play of the game. We're going to go with a version of inverted and traditional Hank. Now, the only reason you would, not the only reason, a reason potentially you would want traditional Hank, I get it to a certain extent because the tight end in Detroit is a dude. And we're going to talk about this cat a lot this video. But inverted Hank for me here is at the bottom hook, that one-step smoke. And then up top, we're going to get the traditional hook with the swinger flat up top. And usually you read this thing again, 1 to wherever it gets squeezed. So it gets squeezed from this side, you work up top 2, 3. If it gets squeezed from the bottom, you work down here 2, 3. Now the problem with this play, well, there are many problems, but the major problem is when it's man coverage and then when it's zone and you get 2 people squeezing on the sit. So now you go run the sit and it's squeezed from both sides. Well, now what the hell do you do? So first play of the game, like we thought all week, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get him with Hank. I mean, thank goodness he doesn't throw it, right? He's about to throw it. Now, I love feeding the ball to 87, but man, oh my God. I just wonder what it's like to be in the install process or like the fine tune. Like this is our first 15, first 10. We're feeling great about this. We're feeling great about this. I mean, squeeze from both sides. Rip. Panic, check down, sky mail, second and long. Next one here, we get into some good. Jared Goff working the backside in up top. It looks like we're trying to get 14 St. Brown in motion down here on a little choice or option. We don't like it. We're then going to rip it up top to the number 1 on the backside in. A little kickback as well with the pocket movement. This is a really nice job from Jared Goff working a full field read. So right to left. Outside the hash to outside the hash. Watch him go right. No. Kick back. Someone right at his ankles. Whoop. Jump back. Reset. Keep your base. Rip a backside in on the body on the breakout standing. Now, it's helped because 52, the middle of the 3 linebacker types, gets a little loose with his zone integrity. So when I'm saying option or choice here, I'm saying we're trying to get the ball right here. So this essentially is a glorified clear, getting out of there. We're then going to come up here and run this little choice or option. In, out, sit down, maybe take it to the post. Hey, that's not there. Then we're going to work the backside in, number 2 here. And theoretically, for me, I'm going to classify these 3 players as the linebacker types here. And this sure looks like the middle of the 3 gets a little bit of width as opposed to depth into that hook to curl. So because he gets more width and kind of goes with this looper return here on the backside, which probably would be the number 3. So if this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, because this middle of the 3 linebacker types just kind of does his own thing, and we've got 2 people out here in the flat area, it creates this big window that Goff is then able to get back here and hit as the number 2. Things to pay attention to as far as just pocket mechanics for Goff. The kickback, so no down here to start. He's got someone at his feet, so he's got to kind of like jump back, but he keeps his base and is able to flip sides. Again, not easy to work the backside in. Really love seeing it from Goff here. Play this thing out to the bottom. No, kick back. Again, watch 52, the middle of the 3 linebacker types. Push wide right there. They've got 2 people on the looper return. Whoop. And you see that window. Great job from Goff. Nice big completion. Love it. This is really strong quarterbacking. Just going right to left. Again, I love working. They've got some nice weapons on the perimeter. No, St. Brown. Yes, backside. Boom. On him. First down. Let's go. Next one here. This is a lucky one. This is certainly a turnover-worthy play. Fortunate right here that this is not an interception. Going to try to hit St. Brown on the little crosser. Back pylon. Underthrown. Good coverage. If he could catch, he'd be playing offense. Whatever. Insert whatever funny defensive joke you want to. Can't catch it for him. Whoo, baby. Real lucky. So what is this play? So I think rightfully so, there's a lot of strong kind of scheme vibes coming out of Detroit, what they do schematically. This, for me, getting this guy, say backup tight end, in what I consider the first read element of this is not for me. So first of all, pretty stiff. So watch him come out here. This is power pass down here to the bottom. So what that means is we're going to bluff the edge and then get into the flat. We're then going to ask the back to come off that bluff, so the in man on the line of scrimmage, and then try to chop his outside quad with his inside shoulder. Get him on the ground. So universally, this is almost always 1. And then with this, oftentimes there's either a corner or something back here. So right here, they're going to run St. Brown on a little crosser. So the first part of this, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. This is a very common type of play. What I would like to see, though, is right here, the number 1 to the bottom, you either need to be picking for the flat or being over the top for the crosser so St. Brown can use you as kind of like that pick or rub as he comes across to get a pick or rub and then run away. Or we've got to do something with this route on the backside to come up and like give him something, stair step him, and separate. Because this little runaway, he's right in our hip the entire time. So we miss a big opportunity with the pick here. This player, to me, is too stiff to be doing this. It takes forever to get out there. It's never going to win. We don't get a pick or rub. And then the defender just is right in our hip the entire way and really gets undercut because Goff is doing like a fadeaway here. Now, maybe he could set his feet. He's probably going to take a big shot from inside. But it's one of those things where there's too many variables that go sideways here. So first, watch the motion bluff and flat. So bluff, I mean, that's as stiff as you'll see right there. That's like preseason stiff. Now it's a nice cut from the back, so we get him down. Down here to the bottom, no pick on the flat. No pick on the crosser. Okay, so we're not open to the flat. We're getting undercut on St. Brown. We throw it underneath, and it really should be intercepted. So certainly lucky right there. Again, watch that fake bluff. Whoop, cut. There it is. And again, I personally would love to see 8 over the top of 14 there. The only reason you would be doing this is because you're trying to work the right to left crosser. And again, that should be picked, right? Now again, big 5-0 for Tampa Bay is a load. The right guard getting tossed. Whoop! That's a big thunder hit coming at you. I get why you'd want to fade away here. But this is a dangerous, living on the edge, real lucky dropped interception. Next one here. This is some beautiful run design. So very rarely on the quarterback school do you see right tackle school, but this is it. Also great offensive architecture. Okay, this is a little wind back play. So quarterback, extend the ball to the right, hand it going back. This is a built-in wind back play. Now the part to obviously watch is the right tackle. All right, he is a special offensive lineman. To move like that in space and then just thunder someone out there on the perimeter is outstanding. Okay, but it's not just him being a special player. So yes, absolutely. This ability to run like this, get out and block DBs and crush them, that's an offensive lineman's dream. And not very many guys move like that. The actual run here, as we open here, the quarterback opens to the play side, and then you hand it back. So the back kind of winds it back, set that thing, and then wind it back. And really what you're hoping to do here is not block the C-gap defender. So he wants him to think he's going to get trapped and try to spill this thing or wedge this thing. So he comes hard down. So then the right tackle is able to come out here and he wants to go over the top of that. So he essentially takes himself out of the play. So the wind back happens around him. So then we get that extra blocker out on the corner. Now, the other part about this play, and it could even be a better play, that's how crazy this is. I personally would prefer the wide receiver to come in and crack the first backer in the box and the tackle to go to the Mike or the next linebacker. They get a little confused. It looks like the tackle comes up and goes to the first. The wide receiver ends up blocking no one. Now, maybe he could go to the safety. Maybe he could keep going to the middle. But you kind of blow this opportunity for a big block out on the perimeter. So it could have been even better. I think that's the wild thing. So first here, let's watch that wide receiver up top. Where does he go to block? He's looking to crack down, but then you can see that tackle come up for the backer. So they're really going for the same guy. So you could see maybe the wide receiver go to 54. That would be a high football level IQ play. Or go up to the safety. Either way, block somebody. Then you can see the right tackle. Watch him deke that defensive end like, and we're by him. And then we thunder the corner. And really, 54 makes a hell of a play. He probably should be blocked by the left tackle. So in a perfect world here, what I'm saying, and again, it's so easy with the clicker. Okay, I get it. Let's go here, and then let's go wide receiver here. Then as we come down here, we come around, we bluff this end right here. So he goes under, and then we're out the back door, wind back, out the back door. Got everybody blocked with the cracks, with the angles. I mean, that is dirty, dirty. This is a sweet run. It's a big run regardless, even with a missed assignment probably on the wide receiver and a nice tackle from 54. Next one here, 3rd and 2. I'm going to say this is a little choice or option route to St. Brown in the slot up top. We'll talk a little bit about maybe how this play could get even more open for us. But I love the fact that they just let their best space guy, their best creative wide receiver get open. And Goff trusts him, puts it on him, outstanding. Now, design-wise here, I love me some wing slot as a formation 2x2. So we got stud tight end shifting down. My thing here is once you shift, I would prefer, so I love this shift to go from 2x2 to 2x2 wing slot. But now we're static here. Let's allow him to move as well, to just give us a little bit of a working advantage as opposed to being stationary. Now, some guys, I'll offer this anecdotally, some guys prefer to be stationary. So maybe that's him. I don't know. But I would prefer, if I was running an option route, to be a little bit on the move. You know, almost like that kind of slow motion, walking motion you see Kelsey use a lot with the Chiefs, just to give you a little bit of an edge so you can create the leverage that you want. Down here to the bottom, if it wasn't there, you've got that in and that loop return as the backside. We've already seen him hit. But again, 3rd and short, put it in Goff's hands. Really nice. The other thing to pay attention to, and we'll see it from the back, is watch the running back pass protection. This is how it's done. Get out of there. Create a lane. Bring some violence. Move some people. Really nice 3rd down situational ball. Boom. I mean, look at him. Lift him up. He cleans him. Whoop. See ya. Don't leave your feet, man. You leave your feet on an NFL field, you better know what the hell you're doing. Whoop. On the body, 1st down. Let's go. Next one here, 3rd and 4. This is a hell of a play from Goff and Laporta. So first of all, we're going to be hot up top. I'm going to call this a glance. It might be like a drift post. It's a really impressive route from a tight end, a rookie tight end, beating a corner in a hot situation. I mean, that is beautiful. You can see the free runner in the right C gap. Goff's got to get it out. Again, you get a little nervous. Purdy vibes. But that's a hell of a throw. It's a crazy impressive route. The fact that they're asking any tight end to do this, let alone a young tight end, to be able to run this, I mean, I can't tell you, there aren't a lot of dudes in the league that are going to do this from the tight end position. Up and into this space. I don't necessarily think it's a true wrap in. I do think it's more like glance drifty. And then it's going to be paired with what looks like that flat right here from the back. So you can see here the match as they run out. So he runs out, and we're beating a corner on this inbreaker with a free runner in the quarterback's face. This high level, 3rd down, exotic look, offensive execution in a playoff game. It's straight up awesome. Look at the base from Goff. The rhythm. I mean, it's beautiful. Back foot in the ground. No hitch. Look at the timing. When's he let that thing go? Anticipation. Lowercase a. It's such a good play. That's outstanding situational football. The timing, protect yourself to that dude. I love it. Next one here. We'll keep the Laporta train going. We're going to run a little in down here to the bottom, intermediate in, mini dagger hammer-ish. But I still can't get over how they're using this dude. It's really impressive that the tight end can get out there and do this. Now, I know some guys might get all sensitive and be like, oh, it's like an H or a hybrid. I think he can get on the line and block too. I think he's a unique special weapon. Now, a lot of things going on here. First of all, just the fact that you can put your tight end out there, your rookie tight end out there, and run this route. Wild. We're going to clear this thing through. That's the part I think that's like mini dagger. Now, the number 3 running this little pivot or gather hitch, to me, makes it a little bit more hammery. Hammer, to me, is just this like wrap in with either an option or a pivot here, and you're just trying to high-low a defender to hit that wrap in behind you. So it's got kind of the bones of both dagger and hammer here as far as how we're hitting this thing. Now, the coverage-wise here is a little funky. I want to call this 3 Tampa. I don't know if I've ever said those two things together. So to me here, the shell of this is closed, but then the middle of the linebacker types here looks like he's almost working to like match the vertical of number 2 or get depth to the middle hook or that deep third. So it's kind of funky here. So you can see here kind of the benefits of that dagger concept carrying that Mike backer out of there. So you can certainly see the hole here. Just a really cool design, bit of a funky look defensively. Let's look first at just the defensive shell. So getting to closed-ish, but again, you can see that middle linebacker type turn and look like he's matching to the number 3. Then he ends up picking the vertical of the number 2 up. And then you can see that hole for Laporta as that pivot gather kind of gathers the underneath linebacker 54. Again, really nice job. I really love the structure of this drop back passing game, giving Goff answers. He looks super decisive, on time, pretty nice base. It's just a hell of a play. And the fact that you're asking your tight end to split out and run speed in cuts like this into space. It's a hell of a job. I love it. Next one here, beautiful touchdown pass, 3rd and 5. To me, this is a little more red 70 versus red quarters. We'll talk about how exactly he gets open. That just means like red brackets versus red quarters. And that might be kind of like in the weeds for you, but I think it really helps kind of understand how someone got this wide open on the back line. So first off, what happens scheme-wise? So we're an empty 3x2, right? 3 eligibles, 2 eligibles. We're going to run up and run what I'm used to calling this like deep hook. And then he's going to work away. The number 2 up here is going to come up and run this like back line. Okay, now you can see the communication going on here at the nickel spot. So I'm saying that it's not true red quarters. Red just means like they're squatting a little bit more than traditional quarters. They're playing. They know where they're on the red zone. This to me is a little bit more of red 7, which is more brackety. So I'm thinking a little bit more mannish on the outside. And then these 3 are trying to handle these 2. So when he comes up and runs in and then moves out, in a perfect world here, they're going to have some rules as far as once he gets past a certain depth, he becomes a vertical and they essentially match on and it becomes like almost 0 or man-to-man. But right here, I would imagine they're trying to pass this thing off, let him stay in the middle and take this thing over here, as opposed to what he ends up doing here, which is more matching to the number 2 as he comes out of this thing. So as he comes out of that thing, he matches to it. This guy is not able to then come back and get all the way over this route running with him all the way across the field, right? So you create this huge void in the center because this player right here looks like we can't get on the same page. So again, there's lots of different ways to do it. You can straight zone it. You can try to match it. You can bracket it. Right here, they get confused. So watch that thing play out. Whoop, got it. Right? I mean, the whole O is open. Whoa, that's big. Real nice job from Goff seeing it. Excellent call. Great design. Thought maybe they might get to draw here. That was just me. But once 31 goes right there, you got it right behind him. Again, Goff almost looks like he's hitting him with the no look there. Referee thinks he's going to get hit. You. Next one here, 3rd and 10. Okay, there's a lot going on here, so got to pay attention quickly. But I really, really like the design of what's going on here. I love the pass protection. Watch how quickly it snapped. Whoop, they can't get ready. I love the jerk route. I think Goff is just a tick late. And of course, St. Brown drops it, gets a little bit of alligator arms, feels that linebacker coming into his space. So we're going to talk through all of it. And the first part that I want to talk about is just the fact that I really like the route distribution. So what I mean by that is we're going to run to the post. We're going to run to the out. And then we're going to, where the ball ends up going, I'm going to call this little jerk route. So it comes up and he sets it like it's a pivot. And then you're trying to get defenders to drive down to it or match to it. And then you want to make them look like a jerk by going somewhere else. And that's really it. Now, the other thing that I really love about this, the pass protection element of this, is I'll rewind it a tick, but you'll see everyone is set and the center is standing up. So the center's not set. He's waiting. Everyone gets set. He puts his hand on the ball and he spikes and he snaps it. So you're trying to quick snap this so that these guys up front can't pin their ears back. So the timing of it is a little bit off. So it's just a little offensive advantage teams use at the line of scrimmage. So first, let's watch that center. So again, right there. Watch how everyone is set. Center, hands down, snap. There's no count. Okay, now watch that jerk route up top. So post by the 2, 3 out, jerk route by St. Brown, the number 1. So set it, 7 matches, and you go right behind him. Now, for whatever reason, Goff is just a tick late. So trying to drive it down the field, no. Now it's a tick late. Yes, he should catch it. Yes, it should be a first down. Yes, it's a drop. Yes, it's also kind of a medium ambulance ball. So I'd love it to just make it easier by putting it on there as opposed to, and it's a drop. Okay, can't catch it for him. Really nice design all the way around. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notification. I really do appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for taking the time and doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. I certainly appreciate your support. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics. We have a course on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offensive system available for you. So if you enjoy the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the courses. Get over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Check out those linked in the video description as well. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. All right, we're into the second half here. It's 3rd and 1. This is an outstanding call. A little leak here for my guy 89 who just shifted. So he's going to block, leak out to the shallow. A little, back in the day, earmuffs me here, oh shit screen. My guy 89 looks a little bit quicker, a little bit more twitch there as well, a little faster in a straight line than he is sideways with the bluff earlier in the game. But watch him block, leak out. Nobody over there. Again, great call. Really nice design here. We'll talk about the nuance of the shift and the motion, but this is great play calling. So first watch the shift. So we start in bunch up top, right? We're now going to shift to 2x2 double wing. Okay, now in and of itself here, we'll talk about the route. From here, we're going to block, and then sneak out over here for the oh shit. Okay, this is almost universally paired with an over. Normally, I would say you'd want to get to the corner here to bring this guy out of there as well. I think they end up running over, and then the little extra dressing here, we bring the motion across and we're into the flat. So this looks like power pass. This looks like we're trying to get the ball to 87 in the flat. So shift, motion, go from bunch to bunch, hit it on the fly. No, yes. And again, look at the stress that the motion puts on the defense. So because they're in 0 and it's 3rd and 1, okay, they're asking this guy to go right here. He's probably got the vertical number 2 to that side. So once Laporta goes in motion fast here, excuse me, and we snap it here, he now goes from the number 2, and again, I'm just assuming here, he's got the number 2 eligible out to that side, to now they're all 4 eligibles on one side. So now he's got the number 4 coming back across or the 3 coming back across. So you can see him come across and get lost. So he just doesn't know who he's got. He baseball turns, gets lost, and realizes exactly what the play is called. Oh, shit. My guy is wide ass open over there. So just watch this thing unfold. Motion. 23. Oh, God. I mean, right? He's 10 yards away from him. Awesome call. Just a really nice call. Scheming people open. And then again, if I was going to be on 89 earlier for looking stiff, he looks pretty nice right here in the open field. Ooh! So not only does 23 miss the assignment of who's who in the zoo, who he's got, he then misses the open field tackle. I mean, he'd be still running if it was two-hand touch. You! Oh, God. It's awesome. That's a hell of a play call. Again, this to me is what great coordinating play calling is. Popping guys open. This is not some random down. This is 3rd and 1. Divisional home playoff game. Popping guys open, big chunk play. Let's go. Next one here. Again, 3rd and 1. Again, we're going to get creative. Again, we're going to go shift motion. This time, double wing. Bake it, play action. Try to get my guy, 87, on a little jump ball. And again, I'm almost surprised he doesn't catch this. Now, it would be a circus catch. But the guy's been making plays all year. I mean, just throw it at the crossbar, right? Maybe you'd love to go up with two hands if you could. Maybe miss by like 6 inches from where Goff would want to put this thing. But we shift, we motion, we're going to reverse out, big play action fake. And then all we need to do here, like it's easy. Laporta off. You can see he's got the leverage, right? He's got him boxed out here. You're throwing like an alley-oop. You just got to, quarterback-wise here, get it up and over the linebacker type who's standing in the way. But you'd love to give him just a little bit better of a chance to go up and make this play. I don't think this is necessarily a bad throw by Goff by any means. It's just a tick too high. And again, I just love how 87 plays. Like the stuff they're doing with a rookie tight end, I can't really wrap my mind around. I love to see it. I love the creativity of it. I love the fact that they've got a great matchup size-wise there. Give him a chance. Give Goff a chance for a touchdown pass. Now, maybe you could say, hey, could we block this up any better to not have someone free in our face? I don't think you necessarily could. Maybe you could ask the back to come back and wind back, but then the fake's not going to be as good. Maybe you could have the fullback just stay on that side. Then the fake's not going to be as good. So dealing with someone right in his grill, we just barely overthrow this thing. But I can't tell you how good of a feeling it is playing quarterback and realizing you can just throw it at the crossbar and your guy's probably going to catch it. I mean, that's awesome. So close. Next one here, 4th quarter. 1st and 10, we're going to hit the wrap in to the number 2 up top. Just a really nice job from Goff doing what he does. I mean, I think it feels like he's been doing this for a decade in the league. I know it hasn't been a true decade, but for as long as I can remember watching Goff as a pro, he has had a great feel for this kind of wrap in. And what to me here this is whether you want to call it hammer, wrap in, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. I don't really care what you call it. But this is the pivot or gather, and then that in right behind it. And so it's just a really nice job. It's a really nice rhythmical throw for Goff. He has a great job of keeping the base, putting it right where he needs to. And again, to me, these plays are always designed. You want people matching or driving this underneath route so that you have this window to wrap that wrap in, pun intended, and put that thing right around someone's ear. You can see 54 match, whoop, and we got it. So nice design, empty, 3x2. Again, look at the base, look at the rhythm that Goff is playing with. Shuffle drop, no keel click, drive it on time, on the body, on the break, turns into a nice little mini chunk. Just a great job. Love seeing them just go to his bread and butter, drive it, put it on him. Let's go. Next one here, 1st and 10. Really like this shift, big play action pass. We're going to rip a deep, deep hinge down here to the bottom. So we are playing with world-class anticipation here. We're driving the ball deep down the field, outside the numbers, with big 5-0 bearing down on us. This is a hell of a play. I really like the design here of the shift we'll talk about just to confirm man zone. You get zone, we're under center, big play action fake. Yes, you got to deal with 50, who's a game wrecker. going right through you, but that is an outstanding throw. So first off, we got the fullback out wide up top. Who's out on him? Corner, it's zone. Great. Down here to the bottom. This to me is a 20-yard plus deep hinge route. Okay, so now maybe he goes deep. Maybe this is what it's supposed to be. He's at the 25. He's going to push past the 45 off the screen and then hinge out. Goff is playing with world class. Okay? Big boy. Especially with 50 bearing down on us. Huge anticipation. This is not an anticipation slant or a little like drift. This is a big boy throw down the field, off play action. I will pause it when he goes to throw it. Right there. He's got both his arms vertical right there. He pats right there. Look at the receiver at the bottom. He's at the 40. Okay, now watch how much farther the wide receiver goes. The ball's in the air. 50 is already hitting us. 50 is hitting the quarterback. Wide receiver, keep going, keep going, keep going. Turn, hinge, fall out. Ball's right there. Oh, I mean, it's awesome. Look at him dovetail and get lined up to the left as well. Let's go. Polish, rhythm, courage, stand in there, take a big hit. That's a hell of a play. This is a hell of a throw. So not only is the design nice to confirm the coverage you want to be blocked up, pass protect. Look at the base. See how he just easily turns right there to get lined up as opposed to being straight. He's lined up to the target. One hitch, out. Look at big 50 coming at. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. It's a big time throw. Hell of a play. Next one here, 3rd and 15. Another big time throw, bottom of the screen. We're going to run a deep curl. Goff rips it, puts it right on him. Great job by St. Brown fighting for that first down, coming back, using his strength to go get us a first down on 3rd and 15. That's brutal down and distance in the league. Again, just for the polish, y'all, look at Goff get dovetail. Watch his drop. See him get lined up to the left? Now, maybe his left foot could be a little bit better, but he moves to the left almost like quarter roll or dovetail, get lined up to the left and rip it. Again, on the body, on the break. I really like the depth here by St. Brown going past the sticks. So past the sticks, you can see at the top of the screen, the first down is at the 41. Past the sticks. Goff playing with a little bit of anticipation right there. Lowercase a. He comes back to the ball. So now he's in front of the sticks. Got to go fight for it. Go get it back. And he does. It's a hell of a job. Great execution. Again, big time situational ball. Timely throwing the ball down the field. Nice polish from within the pocket. Drive it on him. Just really nice football. Very next play here. Love this design. We're going to go from 2x2 to 3x1. We're running stick nod up top with Laporta. St. Brown is on the looper return, and then we're the back out of the backfield is running a choice. It's man on man, man free, 5-person pressure. Nobody in the middle of the field to help, and that's a great matchup. They got some dudes playing running back in Detroit. 1-on-1 versus 52. Can't handle us in space. 5 1-on-1 blocks. 5-0. Great pass protection. Fighting through some defensive holding right there as well. And then again, look at all that space in the middle of the field. Enough speed to run away. And that's a nice chunk. Hell yes. Now, a little bit interesting as far as how you get to this read. For me, I probably think there's a number of different ways to do it. I think it'd be interesting to know exactly how they were planning on doing it. But what this play is for me is we've got Laporta here. He's running the stick nod. I'll talk a little bit about that route. Here's the loop or return. So we're trying to make it look like double stick. From there, we nod it, and then we loop or return it there. And a lot of teams run this, trying to usually go 1 to 2 here. Okay, on the outside, you've essentially got glorified clears. Okay, go. If you throw one of those, you better throw a touchdown. It better be easy. And then from the backfield here, it looks like we're running an option or a choice. So in, out, hook, to the post. Now, maybe you could go man zone here. So zone, work the stick nod. Man, maybe take the back matchup. I like the stick nod versus man as well, though. The one thing I would say here, obviously, really good player. Okay, for me with this route, I would love him to, as he nods this thing, to not just nod it with your body. So up, out, this. I would want to see my eyes get back on this nod. So like head and eyes this thing, then snap it. And I think it's even dirtier. So let's watch this to first, so you can see kind of what I'm talking about as far as the stick nod part of it. So up, nod, go. So just nod that head. It's not called stick turn. It's called stick nod. Nod the head right there. Nod your head. And you can see that looks like double stick up top. And now it's nod and loop return. Okay, but you can also see verse man free, meaning no hole or rat player. They're rushing 5 and playing man. There's nobody in the middle of the field. Nice job getting back there. Again, big time hookup, but you can see that bones, the intent, the different options that what they're working with. I just love what they're doing scheme-wise, giving Goff a bunch of winners. They've got dudes on the perimeter. They've got dudes that can touch the rock. Goff's doing a nice job distributing it. Great pass protection. It's just awesome offense to watch when it's executed like this. Hell yeah. Last one here, touchdown pass, 1st and 9 from the 9, really to ice this game. We're going to get a little rub wheel up top, so the number 1's going to pick for the number 2. And, you know, for me, I'm always surprised when I see teams playing man and they're both at the same level defensively. I think it's just an automatic, like, play callers, offensive people, sirens, antennas go up thinking, oh, I'm going to get an easy rub for a touchdown. I just don't think you see it very often in the league. Now, maybe they think that the split is so wide that you couldn't get a rub from how wide this split is. But for me, once I see double press like this, almost anywhere on the field, I'm thinking, oh, we definitely need to get to some sort of pick or rub where one of these guys is picking or rubbing for the other. So right here, we go first and up. So not only is the number 1 receiver a potential pick or rub, but so is his corner because he's going to go with him in man unless they try to banjo this thing. So from there, we're going to come up. You got to be a little patient, set this thing, and then we're going on the wheel. And again, that nickel defender here has got to fight through the number 1 and the corner versus a really good player on essentially a fade. So just a, great call, great execution. It's a beautiful ball. Nice touch, throw, put it right at the pin. Great job from Goff. Again, you can see the execution here up top. Little pick. Thank you very much. Got him. That's enough space, and it's a beautiful throw. It's a dot, little 8 hands there. It's a hell of a throw. Great design. Beautiful job. Fun to see this city rally around this team and this team to play this well when it matters most. So that is a wrap. Jared Goff, Detroit, playing at a really high level. Really a really cool story to see that franchise, that town, embrace this opportunity, make the most of it. Now, we'll see what it looks like versus maybe a better opponent here this week in the championship weekend. But my goodness, I love the scheme, the structure. I actually really like Detroit's weapons on the outside as well. How they're using Laporta and the skill set that he brings to the tight end position, I love as well. Just a lot of fun things to dive into. Their run game could be a whole different video series. A lot of fun to see how creative and dominant they are at the line of scrimmage. Really cool for Goff as well to be playing as well as he's playing. All those things together make Detroit a really fun offense to check out. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.